everyone, this is Anchor Smruti. Welcome to my IGTV. Today we will talk with Sanjana Raj, who is a software engineer from Bangalore. She will be addressing specific questions about digital marketing. So let's get started. Sanjana, please tell our audience a little bit about you and then we shall proceed.
Hi Smriti, thank you for the invite. Well, let me give a quick introduction about myself. I am Sanjana Raj. I am working as a software engineer. Well, the predominant field that I'm working on is digital marketing, which also involves analytics, social media analytics around these subjects. So yeah, this is about me. So I'm here to share some of my work experience and also going to answer some of the questions related to digital marketing. I hope this video will be useful. Digital marketing is also called as online marketing. So in simple words, if I have to explain, let us say there is a brand. Brand want to reach a certain audience, and when they are trying to promote their product, they would definitely want to reach people who are more likely to buy their product. That is when digital marketing comes to picture. We run campaigns and reach targeted audience, and this is the most cost-effective way of campaigning or doing any kind of advertisement.
I'm sure many people are there in the audience who want to know how to start a career in digital marketing. So can you please elaborate on that?
That's a very good question, Smriti. So, how to build a career in digital marketing? So, one of the first most thing you need to do is you need to understand the basics. The basics and the foundation of any subject has to be very strong. So, when you go to YouTube and just type, how to learn digital marketing, I'm sure there will be plenty of videos that are available. But what is very important, and I think this is where most of us go wrong, you have to always learn from the right people. As I said, there are plenty of videos in YouTube, so don't just keep hopping on to every other video. Look out for an industry expert who actually talks about some factual numbers, figures, or shares not just theoretical but also talks in terms of practical. So I think that is the kind of videos you need to look into. So even before going and subscribing to any of the courses, just go and learn from what is freely available, but yes, learn from the right people. Digital marketing is like a very big umbrella, and within that there are many sub modules which are present. Like within digital marketing, we can start with search engine optimization, email marketing, social media analytics, and these are some of the core modules. So what you need to do is you need to get a very broad understanding of all the subject, so that it will be easy for you to judge and pick the right topic. So let us say if you are very interested in search engine optimization, I'm sure you can explore the topic even more and get some advanced course and learn further on these subjects.
Also, can you please tell us how business implements digital marketing?
Okay, there are two ways to look at it. If you have a business and you want to implement digital marketing, and if you also have certain budget allocated to this, then you can definitely go to digital marketing agencies who will help you in creating campaign and might give you better idea and suggestions as well. That is one of the method. Another method is, let us say, being a business owner, if you are very interested in technology, learning new skills, what you can do is you can create a team of your own, a marketing team, learn along with the team. Let's say the team is also kind of has a really good hold on the digital marketing. I'm sure that will also give you an exposure and also helps you in learning more and new skills. So this is another way. So the second approach is a cost-efficient approach. Now what happens in the second approach is, as a business owner, you might have new ideas. You might try to visualize something, and it will be easy for you to convey it to your marketing team as well. That way the team will be in a better position to relate and create a campaign and create a new setup for your digital marketing team.
This question is for small business owners. Being a small business owner, how to implement digital marketing?
So when we talk about business, that is small business, what happens in this case is they will not have a separate budget allocated to digital marketing. And what happens in most of the cases is business owner learns something on his own and tries to implement on his Instagram page or Facebook page. And this is what has been happening in most of the cases. But here the business owner might know that it is very important to create an engaging content, or very attractive posters are very important part of marketing. But I think in down the line we kind of also forget that if you stuck with lot and lot of images, product images, I think that is when customers might get also exhausted. I think these are some certain tips and tricks that you need to take care of. You need to know how to post, when to post, and what is the frequency of the post, especially if you are promoting a product. Because when you're promoting a product, what happens is you are showing to a bunch of people. Like, let's say you have 500 people who are watching your page, and you are showing a product to those 500 people. So what happens is these 500 people may not come back and buy your product another time. Now, how would you want to do a retargeting to your customer? I think that is the kind of strategy you need to build in your Instagram page. That is one of the tips. Second, you can definitely create more ads. So Instagram has a really good option to create paid ads. I think this is the best way to reach new customers. So when you have some unique and new customer, there are some chances that when they are coming across your products or any new launches, they might be interested in buying this. So this is the second method. So the third method of reaching more and more people is by reaching out to influencer. Now, within your city, you might find influencers or personalities who are trying to make a point on Instagram or Facebook or any of the social media channels. So reach out to these influencers and try to see how you can sell your product or how you can promote your product using these influencers and their audience. Now, when we talk about influencer, there are different bands of influencer. That is what we call. That is, we have nano, mid, micro, and various other bands of influencers. So when we talk about nano influencers, are the influencer who have less than 10k followers. When you have less than 10k follower, as per the industry standard study, we understand that they have more number of engagement compared to other band followers. So look out for nano followers or mid-range followers and try to see if you can do a paid promotion or a barter system. Whatever works best for you, try to reach out to influencer and try to promote your product in a different and in a more creative manner. When you reach out to nano influencer, what happens here is it would be more approachable and more easier way to reach out and crack the deal. So I think these are few steps which will definitely help you in boosting your business.
Last but not the least, how a startup company can pick up right influencer for their brand.
Well, Smriti, this is a very tricky question. How do we know if an influencer is the right influencer for your brand or not? And how do we, try to identify this? So basically, in order to know if an influencer actually makes an impact on your brand or not, you need to understand a couple of things. Whatever you see on social media is definitely not true. This also applies when you look at the number of followers. When you see an influencer with a huge number of followers or even with a lesser number of followers, this number can be divided into various sections. That means this number can be a share of people who are the real people who are following the influencer, or the fake audience, or the people who are actually a fellow blogger who are following the influencer. So similarly, there are various other buckets that are being attached to this. So if you are looking to reach out to an influencer, you need to definitely understand one thing. There are plenty of tools that are available in the market which will help you in figuring out these things. So look at the stats, look at the figures, and then see if this influencer are actually having a great number of audience, or if you have to change and make a better decision and look out for another influencer. So that is one portion of it. So the second thing you need to look at is check if their content are actually adding some value to your brand or not, if they are matching with your brand or not. I think this is very, very important so that it would be easy for an audience to relate to an influencer when they are trying to promote something. And even when they are promoting an advertisement, try to analyze and see how they are trying to do it. If an influencer is trying to promote a brand in a manner that is very realistic, rather than doing it obvious as as a paid promotion, people tend to like it more and relate to it more. So how the relation has been built between an influencer and his own audience, this is also extremely important. So these are the two important steps that you need to look at when you are picking the influencer. Lastly, let's say you don't want to invest on tools and you want to look out for influencer and try to see if they are actually valuable for your business or not. There are some manual efforts that you can put, and that would also help you in reaching out to this influencer. Well, look out for an influencer page. You may not be in a position to judge if the follower count are actually a valuable number or not. But if you look at their posting style, frequency, consistency, and also how they put themselves out to the public is also extremely important. So these things can be manually achieved. Now, apart from this, you can also ask for influencers to share their insights. What I'm saying by this is every public account will have a section called insights, so you can ask them to share the screenshot of their dashboard. By that you can definitely see if the influencer is more popular in certain region or certain city or certain country, and that way you will be in a better position to judge. So these are some tricks and tips which will help business owner in order to reach out to right influencer.
Thank you, Sanjana, for joining us today and sharing your knowledge and experience with us. I hope this helps many people in the field of digital marketing and help them to grow. Thank you. See you.
Thank you so much, Smriti. Thank you for this opportunity. I have tried to answer all the questions to the best of my knowledge. I hope this session is going to be useful for all of you who's watching this. Thank you so much.